In my 8 years of coaching men around the world and helping them go on more dates, I've seen one pattern that repeats over and over again. Guys rush into relationships way too quickly. And then most of them lose the girl within 2 or 3 months. Look, I get it. Like, you try to meet more women and then you finally meet someone that you actually click with and it feels right and you have regular sex and you're texting back and forth and it's cozy, it's comfortable. And it seems like the logical next step is to make her your girlfriend, right? Like, who wouldn't do that? But what I noticed that often happens when you do that is you commit, it starts well, but soon she loses interest, even though maybe she was the one who asked to be serious in the first place. So in this video, let's talk about this philosophy behind not committing too fast and the pros and cons of it. I'm also going to explain 5 signs for you to know if you are ready to commit or not. And this is not just about losing a girl, it's about reaching your potential as a man if you keep making that same mistake. And I'm gonna give you the exact words to say as well when a girl tries to lock you down before you really feel ready for it. Later in the video, we can also talk about when is it actually okay to commit, but first, let me explain why this actually matters and it's way bigger than just that one relationship for you. Part 1. Why this actually matters. When you commit to a girl too early, something happens to your growth as a man. It basically stops, or it slows down quite a bit. Like, think about it. You're starting to put yourself out there more, you're building confidence, you're meeting women, you're changing all these things about yourself, right? You're really pushing your comfort zone, maybe change your style, maybe even notice your speech patterns and change those. And then you meet a girl, and you make her your girlfriend within a month, let's say. It happens all the time. What happens next? You stop approaching. You stop pushing yourself. You stop meeting new people. You stop meeting new women. All that momentum that you had to work so hard to get it into motion, it's gone. And then kind of like the last advice I would give, but we'll talk anyway for the next 6 months, is don't get a girlfriend. Like, don't commit to one girl.
Yeah.
Like, you are in building mode, you're in development mode, you're in learning mode, you're in transformation mode, in gaining as much knowledge as possible mode. And the girlfriend is just gonna make you comfy and lazy.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be like, oh, Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
you know?
all day.
So your growth curve was about to go like this, exponential growth. But if you commit too early, it's kind of like, and then it flattens off. It's a really important concept. Like, imagine you go to the gym, right? Let's say you're overweight and you start working out. You get a personal trainer, maybe even, right? And you set your goal that within a year, you want to be in real good shape. You want to be presentable. And you're 1 month in and you lose 3 kilos. It's a healthy rate. First success, nice. Then you're like 6 weeks in, you do pull-ups. When for the first time in years, you maybe manage to do like 5 pull-ups. That's awesome. You're on a great trajectory. Your personal trainer is really proud of you. And it's clear at this point that if you keep going like this, wow, you will be in great shape. Like, finally you can, really reinvent yourself physically and you can show up and you can be proud of that. What you do instead is you go to your trainer after you just did, 5 pull-ups. And you say, all good, I'm done. This is enough for me. I'll just stay in this shape now. So I see this pattern over and over again in dating. And I'm not trying to be dramatic here because it does happen, and it might have happened to you. Every guy I've coached who committed too early, he did stay stuck in that level for a lot of years, and then it did have a negative effect on the relationship after. They never built abundance, they never proved themselves that they could attract women consistently. And then when the girlfriend leaves eventually, that he locked down, and often they will, he's back to zero. And not only that, now he's older. And he's maybe more bitter about women, why she wants something then and then she leaves him. And it's even harder to start. I've seen guys in their 30s and 40s who have the skill level when it comes to seduction and attracting women to them of a 20-year-old. And that's because they kept getting girlfriends too early and they never built the foundation. Every time they started to make progress, they would meet someone, they would lock her down, they stop approaching, and they stop growing. Here's the counterintuitive truth. The guys who wait, on the other hand, who date casually, let's say for 6 months, who keep approaching even when they meet someone, those guys end up in better relationships. It's a bit of a paradox, right? Not because they're players, it's because they are secure. They know they have options, they know they have value, right? The market clearly tells it to them, and they wait till they do, and then they lock the women down. And the woman who's then chosen, she feels the difference. So if you take something from this video, please understand, committing to a girlfriend before you're ready isn't just about losing one girl. It's about capping your potential as a man and flattening the curve and putting a halt on your progression. It's about staying stuck at that level. And look, if you're in your 20s or early 30s right now, this is the time to build this foundation. It's an amazing time to become that man, right, who can handle women. In 10 years, in your 40s, 50s, it's gonna be way harder. There's a whole different dynamic going on in that age. So your window is now if you are in that time of your life. Okay, so let's diagnose your situation right now. Here are 5 signs that you're not ready. And you don't have to tick all of them. Even just 2 or 3 of them is a sign that you should not commit right now, right? So ask yourself on each one, does that describe me? Don't bullshit yourself. This is for you. Sign number 1, you don't have other options. If she is the woman you're considering dating long term, if she's your only prospect right now, and the only girl you're talking to, the only girl who's kind of interested, that's already a sign that you're not ready. Ask yourself, could I set up a date with another woman this week? If the answer is no, that is sign number 1. That easy. And here's why this matters. When you have no other options, it's so easy to fall into desperate and needy behavior. You know that, and you've maybe experienced it, and she knows it too. You're too available, you're too eager, you're too invested. You're not the man she met initially. You are not what she signed up for anymore. Here's a test, mental test. If I dropped you in a random city tomorrow, any city in the world, right, in your culture, could you get a date within a week? If the answer is no, you're not ready. Let me tell you a story about a student I have. He's in his 30s, he lives in Germany, smart guy, works with computer science. The last couple of years, he's been surrounded by men at work, so no super, close female access from that side. And he had a relationship during COVID, but it ended pretty badly, right? I don't want to go into details. So he joined the program. He did like 20 approaches in his first week. Great. He meets a girl at a coffee shop. He's a good looking guy. Week 2, she's cool. They go on a date. Amazing. It goes well. I'm happy. He's happy. Going good. Now he wants to make her his new girlfriend immediately, right? They literally had sex like once. And we talked about it, and I basically had to force him to not verbally commit to her, to not give in so quickly and promise her everything. And they kept it casual for a bit. And then in month 2, after like 5-6 weeks of seeing each other, he met 2 other women because he kept approaching, and he got along with those women as well. And then the crazy part is the original girl actually told him that she respected him more when he did not commit. Like, he thought the opposite. He's like, she needs commitment, otherwise I'm a fuckboy. But she verbally told him, no, that was good. I like that you didn't jump into this. And in the end, he admitted to me that, he wanted to rush into this next relationship because basically he was trying to get over his ex in that way. And then now he's way more happy, way more grounded, and he can choose from a more powerful place. So before you make anyone your girlfriend, you need to have at least 2 or 3 other women who are interested in you actively right now. Sign number 2. You haven't proven you can attract women consistently. One girl liking you doesn't mean you have a skill. It means you got lucky once, and you should ask yourself, have I approached at least 50 women in the last 3 months? That's like the absolute minimum. Have I gotten multiple numbers? Have I gotten some dates? It doesn't have to be only through cold approach, but were you able to get dates? If the answer is no, check sign number 2, you should not commit. Now, if you can't attract women consistently, what happens when that one girl eventually leaves? You need to prove to yourself that you can do this again and again, right? That it's a repeatable system, that you got it, not just one lucky hit. Now, you don't have to become a complete player and get laid thousands of times, right? That's also not healthy. So what is the minimum? I tell my clients, 3 to 6 months of consistent approaching, right? Minimum 50 approaches a month. Reflect on each one. Actively improve every aspect of your game. The way you show up, your style, your communication skills, really reflect, like build it like you build muscle. And in the end of the 6 months, you will have built a real skill. You wouldn't have just gone lucky once. You built something you can repeat, and that attitude, that aura, that energy will make you show up differently in a relationship as well. Sign number 3. You're moving on her timeline, not yours. Is she the one pushing for the what are we conversations? Are you feeling pressure to define the relationship? If you are about to commit because she is asking, not because you've decided, sign number 3, check mark, right? This matters because when you commit to her timeline because she's pressuring you, it means you're scared to lose her. And that's signaling something to her. You're basically saying, I don't have options. I'm making you my girlfriend because that's all I have and you got me, right? Very low value behavior will have huge consequences later. And yeah, guess how she feels about that. The paradox is, even if she's the one asking for commitment, she will lose respect for you if you give it too early. So counterintuitive truth, again, the longer you wait to commit, the more she will want it. The scarcity creates desire, not the opposite. I tell my guys, date casually for at least 6 months before making anyone your girlfriend. That's enough time to see patterns, right? You see how she handles stress. You see if the attraction even lasts. Like the first few times having sex with a girl, honeymoon phase, pure hormones. Of course it feels good, right? Especially if it has been a while since you had sex. When you wait and you take your time and you commit on your timeline because you've dated enough people and you've chosen her out of a pool, now it makes sense. Sign number 4, you can't walk away. So let's have this imaginary scenario. Imagine she would text you right now and she would say, hey, I don't think this is working. Maybe you think about last time you were really into someone, right? Or maybe you're into someone now. So she texts you, I don't think this is working, Tobias. How would you react? Would you panic? Would your world fall apart? Would you do anything suddenly to convince her to stay? If the answer is yes, it's sign number 4. Being ready for a girlfriend means you are choosing her, not needing her, not holding on to her. There's a big difference. If you can't genuinely say, I would recover quickly if this ended tomorrow, it's a problem, right? And of course, I'm not saying you wouldn't be sad or upset. I mean, you have a connection, right? But you need the ability to move on within days, weeks, right? Like if it's been a short relationship. Not get hung up on one failed encounter for years and years, like a lot of you guys are. And of course, it's not just the factual stuff. It's again energetic as well. The kind of guy who can walk away, who accepts the end, is the one who doesn't have to walk away. And sign number 5, you're thinking about her constantly. Be honest. Last time you were in that situation, how many times have you checked your phone within like 1 hour or 1 day? Just to see a message of her, to see her name, to check in. Are you planning your entire day around when she's available? Are you laying in bed at night thinking about her? Is she occupying the majority of your mental bandwidth, your brain juice, as I call it? If yes, that's sign number 5, you should not commit. When you don't have other things going on, no mission, no woman, no other social activities, no male circles, all your energy goes to her and she becomes your entire world. And that's suffocating. Women can feel it. It's not attractive. Now here's how the healthy version of this looks like. When you're ready for a girlfriend, she's a part of your life, not the center. It's like Hollywood romance shit. You have your work, you have your mission, your pursuit, you're working towards something. You have friends, female friends, male friends. You're integrated. You have hobbies, right? You got your shit together. You got maybe even your finances, especially when you want children. You have other women who are interested in you. and she fits into that. She doesn't replace something. She is part of a bigger system. Okay, quick recap of the 5 signs. Number 1, you don't have other options. Number 2, you haven't proven you can't attract women consistently. Number 3, you're moving on her timeline, not yours. Number 4, you cannot walk away. You're dependent. She got you by the balls. Number 5, you're thinking about her all the time. If you're checking, like I said, 2 or 3 of those, then you're not ready. You should not commit, as harsh as that sounds. And that's okay, by the way. Like, it's okay to feel that way. I've been there, right? The reason I can make these lists is because I've been in all these situations myself. Okay, so let's get practical now. Let's talk about the exact words or phrases or structures you can use if you are in that situation with a girl and you don't want to commit. So before I give you kind of type of script, understand this important kind of mindset. You're not lying to her. You're not being manipulative. You are being honest. You're a clear communicator. You're not just caving into the pressure before you're ready, and you're doing this for the greater good of both of you in a relationship. Because if a relationship starts with pressure and you doing something you not truly want, it's gonna have effects further down the line in both ways, right? So when she asks you, what are we? Or whenever this topic comes up, usually if you slept together a few times, here's how you can handle it. You want to keep it vague. Being brutally honest is not the goal here, right? Something like, hey, you're cool, but I want to have sex with more women before I commit to you. Not good. Hey, I'm not ready. I need to study more the pickup game. Not good, right? Hey, I'm in my fuckboy phase. Please give me some more time. Just wait there in the corner for me. None of this, right? Instead, remind her and yourself about the unique connection you guys do have. You can say things like, I enjoy your company so much. You're such a cool person. List things you like about her. List unique moments you had together, the funny ones, the special ones. The goal here is to remind her of the good times, and it reconfirms that you actually like her. Like, you do have a connection, you know, that is true. And you want to make her feel hope for the future, but you have to maintain some mystery. Remember, we're like 1 or 2 months in here with this girl. We're not married. We don't have children. We don't owe each other. Maintain some mystery. It's gonna pay off later. Remember, you're in control. You're the price. If you're not, if you feel like she's the price and you have to hold on to her, again, that's sign number 6, right? You have to have the mentality that you both equals, of course, and she wants you. And as soon as you make her, again, your number 1 priority, she does get turned off because you need her. You doesn't want her anymore. And it's just how female psychology works. There is no way around that. So by handling it in that way, you show her that you are not easily manipulated. That's huge. She will happily wait for a guy like that because it's rare. Especially if she's a very attractive woman. Most guys in her life promised her the world way too early. If you can handle it in this way, right? You're not getting obsessed with her so quick just because she's pretty. You are a unique person in her life. And then if she says, hey, I'm not okay with that, you can say, understand, totally understandable. If that's a deal breaker for you, totally respect that. You know, if you want to end it here, wish you all the best. I cherish the beautiful moments we had. I'll be there for you as a friend, right? And then you let her decide. And obviously, that is the only thing you can say because it shows her, fuck, this guy actually means what he says. Wow, I'm even more attracted to him now. And if she does leave you over that, cool, that's fine, right? Like, you don't want to get pressured into things. And more often than not, you will have such a strong kind of like position in her life that you could get her back if you ever chose to. So when is it the right time to commit, right? It's not exact numbers here. It's more like a mindset shift. But if you need a checklist, I made one. You are ready when you can honestly check these boxes. You can attract 2 or 3 other women who are interested in you right now. You could go on dates with them as well. Number 2, I could drop you in any city and you can get a lover within 1 or 2 weeks. Could be through approaching, through dating apps, entering some social circle. Number 3, you've been dating her casually for at least 3 months and you had sex multiple times, right? A lot of guys think about dating a girl because they kissed or because they had sex once. It's like way too early. Number 4, you can genuinely say, if this ends tomorrow, I can get back on my feet within a month. Number 5, she's not the number 1 priority in your life, and she's a great addition. She's great, but she's not the entire plot. If you can check all of these, you could be ready, right? And then you're choosing out of strength, not out of weakness. And please remember, this isn't about an exact number of approaches you got to do, or months you have to be in a relationship, or amount of times you have to have sex with her to commit. It's, do you feel like you have more in you? Do you have more potential? And would you completely cap it, like I drew before, by committing, right? And if the answer is you could grow more, and you are young, and you're not in desperate need of intimacy and almost like using that girl to satisfy that need, then you shouldn't commit. You should not commit. And you should keep going. You should do more approaches. You should think how you could expand your social circle, how you can improve as a man in all the areas that I teach, and so much more. Build yourself into the man who has options, and then, you know, things are gonna be way easier from that position on. So you don't have to sit in your misery alone, right? Of course, if you are alone every day, constantly, like maybe you work from home and you work only with men, yeah, the chance that you're gonna lock in the first girl who smiles at you is way higher. So one of the big advices I always have is like, find a group of men who look in the same direction as you, and you can go through that growth phase together, right? And that could be through your good friends, if they are on board with that. I know it can get difficult when you're in your 30s, or through a community like my social transformation community. If you want to talk about mentoring, you can click below and fill out a form. And we basically have about a 1-hour call where we really go into your situation. I'll ask you your age, where you live, your background, your circumstances, what do you want to achieve, your goals, and then we can see if there's potential for coaching. And then with joining that, you join a community of over 150 men who all want to improve in this area of their life. So that's an option as well, right? If you want to keep watching, that's also totally fine. Now, yeah, just to end you here with this, please don't commit. Life is very precious. You know, you only have a certain amount of years in your life, especially in your 20s and 30s. In a bad relationship, you know, it's like that could be 2 or 3 years of your life. So you want to be very conscious of that. It's a big investment that you would never get back. So again, book a call if you want to work with me. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know, especially out of those 5 things that I listed, which one did you feel most kind of like called out in, right? What did happen to you in the past? I'm curious if any of those hit the nerve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.